surface area is talking about the area of all of the combined surfaces of a shape. So if I had a cylinder, and let's say it has no top and no bottom, so it just looks like a toilet roll, I wanted to know what is the surface area of that. So how many surfaces has it got to start off with? Well, if it's got no top and no bottom, that's not a surface, it doesn't take up any space. So all I'm left with is the circular section. If I take a normal looking toilet roll and I cut it down the middle and fold it out, notice that the shape it makes is just a rectangle. So my cylinder with no ends is equivalent to just a plain old rectangle. So now I just want to know, well, what's the area of this? We know it's length times width, base times height, whatever we call it. But here I'm often told the height of a cylinder, but I'm not given a width, right? Because they give me a radius, but the radius is not the same as the width. If I know how far it is from here to here, that's definitely not the same distance. But hopefully, if you see that if I take this and roll it up, the distance from here to here is the same as the distance around the cylinder. So this length is actually equal to the same as the circumference, which is R2 times pi times R. So now that I've got this, that means its width is actually my height. So the surface area of an open cylinder is 2 pi R times height, where R is my radius, height is just the height of the cylinder, and pi we can put in our calculator, 3.14. Now if I consider a cylinder with a top to it, so I have my same cylinder, but in this instance it's got a lid. It's got no bottom, but it's got a lid. Well, I need to know, what does this shape look like if I cut it apart? How many pieces are there? There's definitely a circle, and then the body part we just talked about will give me a square or a rectangle, depending on the cylinder. So I need to know what's the area of this thing and what's the area of this thing. This is just a circle, so that's just pi times r times squared, where we're given the radius, and this is our height. This, the area, is exactly the same as what we did before. So if this was the open cylinder, we've taken this same surface, but now we've added on a little bit, and that little bit is the top, the pi r squared. So this bit here is the area for a cylinder with one lid. So if I rewrite that here, this is surface area. Starts off looking the same as the one with no lid, but now I add a single pi r squared because it has a lid. Now there's one more case, and that is if I had a cylinder with two lids. So if I take the cylinder that I started with, I have my one lid, but now it's got a bottom, it's got two lids. The surface area is what I'm trying to find. Well, so far it's still got the same body, which is my height, and I'm told the radius. So I've still got this. 2 pi r times height is this main body section. So I can just straight away write that down. And a pi r squared is the area of a top. But now I've got two of them, so I would just have another two lots of pi r squared. And that is the surface area for a cylinder with two lids, a top and a bottom.